People in my generation, I had a movement. I know what it feels like to walk down the street and say, hey, brother, and really mean it in my heart. I know what it feels like for the brother to say, hey, sister. And I know that I'm protected by the brother who says that. That was the movement. And that brother and sister didn't have no race in it. It was a state of mind. And we were all united on some things, like black folks being able to vote. We were united on that. Like getting out of the Vietnam War. We were united on that. And then something happened. Those COINTELPRO Negroes took over. And then all of a sudden, it was I, me, my. The leadership that we thought we had was not there, articulating the values that we thought we had voted for, and now it's becoming extreme. And so all of a sudden, because of 6 children, 6 babies in Jena, Louisiana, we have an opportunity once again to come together across all those lines of division. We have an opportunity to make a movement led and inspired by young people, just like those young people in the civil rights movement. 4 college kids decided to sit down at a lunch counter and wrote a new page in America's history. Young people can do it. Everything that we do, all those of us, mine's got a little color in it, but you know, those of us with a little gray hair, everything we do is for young people. It's for our children. It's for our community. It's for our country. And it's for our world.
Thank you. Okay. So we are going to ask Congresswoman McKinney back to the stage. Before we do that, though, I would like to take just a brief moment to thank everyone on behalf of the very small organizing committee that worked miracles in a very short period of time. That would include Tom Bernard, David McDonald, Eva, Megan Gilbert, and the formidable, I see she has left the room because she knew I was going to talk about her, Dale Shannon. We also want to give acknowledgement to all the individuals that we've called on for favors and help, as well as the endorsers. And I'll just read quickly through the endorsers. African Youth United, American Friends Service Committee, Pacific Northwest Region, Act Now to Stop War and End Racism, Seattle, Coalition to Undo Racism Everywhere, Communities Against Rape and Abuse, Courageous Sisters, King County Councilmember Larry Gossett, the Green Party of Washington State, Inter-African Connection, the NAACP, October 22nd Coalition, People of Color Against AIDS Network, People's Coalition for Justice, People's Institute Northwest, the Defenders Association's Racial Disparity Project, and Village of Hope. Now, questions and answers. And let me just ask everyone, please keep it brief. Keep it to questions, not commentary, please, because most of us came to hear Congresswoman McKinney and not each other. We get to hear each other all the time. So please, 2 minutes or less, questions only, and you can come to the mics.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question, and I want to thank you. You are a heroine. You've been a heroine to me for a number of years. I thank you so much for coming to Seattle. My question is, given the situation with what the Democratic leadership has done to, say, the Ralph Nader campaign, to totally sabotage his finances so that there can be no third parties in this country, My question is, how do we address that? And my second question is, I understand you're running for president, and I want... I'm sorry, I heard it, so I'm saying it. And so I just want to say that you have my support. I will do everything in my power to get you elected as the first woman president of this country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Me too.
I'm glad she asked a question about what's happening with Ralph Nader. The situation is not just with Ralph Nader, but there's a young man by the name of Carl Romanelli. It all emanates from the state of Pennsylvania. And the young man is an average person just like me and you, you know? He's not a multimillionaire. At least Nader is a multimillionaire. That doesn't mean that it hurts any less to suffer an injustice. But Carl ran as a Green, Nader ran as an independent, tried to get on the ballot, petitions. Apparently there was some chicanery that went on with the petitions. Petitions got turned in with names like Mickey Mouse, you know, obviously not names of registered voters. And the Democrats sued. They won $90,000 judgments against both Nader and Carl Romanelli. Carl Romanelli might have to go to prison because he doesn't have $90,000. He's a family man. All he wanted to do was to serve his country, to run for office, and this is what the Democratic Party does. So that's a situation that we need to know about, and we need to support Carl, we need to support Nader. Nader has now filed a lawsuit against the Democratic Party to, well, first of all, to expose what happened with his situation and hopefully to stop it from happening to any other third-party candidacies.